hotel that could open up, and they could call themselves the Kevorkian Suites. And so you would check in, and they would have all these different themes in different rooms where you could go to kill yourself. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. And so I was thinking, oh, man, I'm really onto something here. So I started writing it down, and I started thinking, okay, all right, in one suite, they call it the Robin Givens Suite. And when you go in, there's like a piece of glass, and on the counter in front of you is a gun. And she's behind the glass, and she's going on and on about her relationship with Mike Tyson. And she just keeps going on and on and on and on about it. And she won't stop, and you can't leave the room until finally, you either shoot yourself in the head or keep on listening to her. And I thought of another one would be like, you go in, and when you go in, they inject you and put you to sleep. And then there's a big metal sliding door on the other side of the room. And when you wake up, the door comes open, and there's a big gorilla standing there. And then you suddenly realize you have bananas around your neck. on a chain, right? And you're like, oh, Jesus Christ, oh my God, fucking hell. And you grab hold of them because you want to give them to the ape, but you realize they're made out of plastic. And he's just coming at you, And he's going to rip you apart.
Do you smoke a lot of weed?
That's hysterical. No, you just gotta you think about certain things like that. Why
that's
not?
what you think about in Poland when you have to shit in a bucket.
Shit in a bucket and Polish bugs are eating you.
And you're waiting to go on the set to play some bananas. It's
Well, and used to shit in a spackle bucket. So
I was in construction.
You got a little something in common there, right?
You have to do that.
Anyway, that's it for my stand-up career.
Damn. Well,
I just
that would go over.
That's it. Yeah.
I'm not going to ask you about the greatest scene in Reservoir Dogs now. I don't want to know the sarcastic answer to that.
Oh, actually,
that's probably what you're asked the most anyway, right? You're probably sick of talking about that scene?
No, not really. I mean, I'm lucky to have anything that anybody wants to talk to me about. I could be, digging ditches somewhere. But
How was it working with Quentin? We had him on the show, and we were just amazed by the guy.
He's a nut.
If I cured cancer, and I was at a news conference, and they were asking me about my findings, most likely someone would stand up and say, that's great about the cancer thing, Michael, but what's it like working with Quentin?
Right. Yeah.
Exactly.
Just let him talk.
He's a great guy. He's a genius. And
he can talk, though, huh?
Yeah, he can go on, but at least it's interesting.
Yeah.
And he's kind of a film historian, the guy. I mean, he's got about 335 millimeter prints of movies in his garage, and
it does those film nights, those themed film nights and stuff.
And regular theater in his house with the curtains and a popcorn machine and the whole fucking thing.
After our interview with him, we felt like we were going to be invited over to movie night.
Oh, did you?
Well, you know how you told that story about Bruce, and he's like, yeah, next time you're in LA, give me a call. But the problem was he never really wanted to exchange numbers or anything.
He's hard to nail down. I mean, when I did Kill Bill, it was only because I drove it to his house and I knew the gate code. And I just went and I sat by the pool and I waited for him to get home. I sat there for like 2 hours and finally he showed up. I'm like, Quentin, what the fuck is going on? He said, I need a job, man. What are you doing? And then he whipped out the Kill Bill script and fuck. I was playing blood, but Jesus, if I had to wait for him to call me, I mean, it
never would have worked.
Kill Bill gets just better and better the more you watch it, too. It's just one of those movies you never get sick of.
Yeah, I think a lot of...
Oh, my God.
Great time, man. It was a wonderful experience. It was really one of those pictures that stands out in your mind,
Mm-hmm. Quentin's got a good way of pulling people out of relative obscurity. Like, then came Bronson.
Michael Parks,
Michael Parks is hysterical.
Hey, isn't he wonderful?
Who the hell knew?
Now, it's obvious to ask Michael about some of the great roles he's been in. What was the biggest piece of shit you were involved with? I think this is the way to go with this interview, I'm thinking.
This show.
Oh, damn! Holy shit, we got a new promo. Yeah. Put that in the fucking intro to the radio show.
Shit.
All right, now that I'm completely uncomfortable.
That's great. Oh, fuck that. That's fantastic.
And I also took notice that, fuck if we're letting it all out. Yeah. He comes in and I go, hi, I'm Opie, and he gave me a look like... What a stupid name.
I was just trying to figure out if you were the one that had to take a shit.
Yeah. I saw it in his eyes. I'm like, I know. I've been stuck with this dumb name since I was 12. Will you give me a break?
Just change it, man.
All in his eyes. He didn't even have to say anything. I just saw it in his eyes. Like,
change the name, man.
I would love to. We're just known for.
How many ridiculous fucking radio shows do you have to do? You know,
I met Ron Howard once, and I called him
Slappy and
Opie,
Wappy.
and he never hired me. I thought it was going to be funny, and I was like, "Hey, Opie." I thought he would take it in the right way, but he
he doesn't really know how to. He doesn't know how to take a joke.
No,
he probably says something like, "If I cured cancer, people would."
You won't see me in any Ron Howard films. Put it that way. That's how quick it can end for you.
Hey, what about this movie? Do you want to talk about the new movie? I don't even know. Boarding Gate?
Listen, I shot that picture in Paris. I played a stockbroker with a girlfriend who's a dominatrix.
I saw
Moans and groans.
I saw half of it. Roland gave me the movie, and I watched it last night. But halfway through, the fucking DVD gave me had a scratch.
What?
But it was right. The movie.
Where did it end in the scratch?
Right when you were about to before she pulled the gun out, you were about to get killed.
So he gets killed in
Dude,
the movie.
but it was
Thanks, Bob.
this
Thanks for giving that away.
Yeah, good one, Bobby. You dummy.
But I don't know. I don't know if he got killed. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I didn't see it. She pulled the gun out. Honest to God, it pulled the gun out, and but the sex before that, there was this big lead up. So they were doing all this kinky shit, dude. I don't know. She pulled the gun out. There was handcuffs. He had a belt around his neck. It was and I was watching it with my wife. And it's so sexy.
Valentine's Day movie.
Dude, but I didn't know. It's so the sex in this is so dirty and sexy, but it's beyond what sexy in a movie is. It's one point where she's got a belt. This girl's hot too. She's dirty hot. And she's got tattoos everywhere. She's really sexy. I don't know. She German or something? I don't know. She's
Italian.
Is she Italian? Oh,
Yeah.
I think she got that accent. The blah, blah, blah.
The blah, blah, blah.
I don't know, but he
Dummy.
grabs her and he's done. His rage. Can I just say something about your rage, dude? The way he is right now with that voice, he's very quiet. He's very cool. And then all of a sudden, hey, Joseph! Dude! Hey, Joseph! And then he goes right back to, well, sometimes you want a beer? Honest to God, dude, his rage is like that real fucking holy shit rage.
Yeah.
And you see it in this movie. He's just talking to her, and then she says something, and he goes, I did it! And it just snaps. And then all of a sudden, they're outside. It's the scene. She gets in her. He rips her clothes off, and she rips a belt off, and he goes down in front of her. Oh, I don't know how she's reaching around and and her hands there's no faking this.
Dude, it's
her hand was
satellite.
It's satellite. Where did he put his dick?
His hand.
What are you fucking beating around the bush?
I'm sorry, I'm getting nervous. She just reached in, unzipped his fly. It was open, and she's just stroking his mule. And he's in front of her and just smelling her fucking pussy. but through the underwear, which is even sexier. He didn't even just rip him down. He's just,
Holy shit.
And you're looking to see if he's kissing her thigh, but then he just says, fuck it. And I'm watching it with my wife, and in my head I'm going, now I'm going to have to fuck her. Now I'm going to have to fuck my wife.
Apparently is a good Valentine's Day
Because of
movie.
this fucking movie, I'm going to have to fuck her tonight.
It's a Disney movie in Bulgaria, by the way.
Should have been released on Valentine's Day.
Wow. Fucking, this is the one that it fucks with you because all of a sudden they'll just stop. And she'll go, I don't love you anymore. And he's like, he's like, well, what are you going to do? And they'll go in a room, and they'll go back into dialogue, a lot of really good dialogue.
Yeah.
And then they just start fucking, just fucking smashing each other over the face.
Bobby has given this movie a better plug than anyone else
I
could.
don't even have to be here.
No, now I want to.
Fantastic.
Who doesn't want to?
You should go to work for
Roland,
the
where's my
distributor.
copy?
Man. What else you gonna do?
Oh, the scene in the front when you in your office is so fucking, it's so back and forth.
I never get to do a picture with a girl. I'm always beating somebody up or smoking a cigarette or shooting a gun. And I never get to do any love scenes, you know.
Love?
I never get the girl. I don't know if I'm going to ride off into the sunset with the girl, you know.
All of it's
like,
You
I'm
did
really
that.
happy when they gave me the part. It was my chance to break my stereotype, you know.
Yeah.
You had a great love scene.
Ruined my reputation.
What was the
He
love
got
scene?
that girl, he fucked her. Oh my God.
What, he had a
didn't
belt
kill
around your
anybody.
neck.
He didn't shoot anybody.
What's going on?
What was the love scene he had where he's fucking the dude's wife as he's in the
Oh, was that
that's,
fucking hysterical?
good love
The
scenes?
Getaway.
Yeah.
Getaway. Loved
The
Getaway.
Just shuts the door in his face. What are you looking at? That was one of the most despicable scenes. What are you looking at? You fucking.
Yeah, he's basically.
And she's all into it. He's just fucked.
He's a nerdy dude tied up in the bathroom as
man.
Michael's banging his wife. I love that scene, by the way.
But his
Yeah, so did
business.
I.
And it was,
That was
such,
very fun.
it was such a good fuck that the guy he kills himself, right?
He hung himself.
He
He hanged himself in the bathroom.
That was one of those really hot but disturbing scenes because